AFTV, Kenny Ken's going to tell me don't get carried away, and he's always right. But it was a good fight by Arsenal today, wasn't it? Because earlier on in the season, had we have conceded so early in the game, I don't know if we would have responded like that. You know, it was a good comeback twice.
No, but you've got to realise that Everton were very generous defensively as well. They made, they got defensive issues as well. The goals we scored were, good crosses. But again, we broke up the play, and that's how we got our goals. Great cross by Saka when he came on for a Kolasinac, who, to be honest, he struggled anyway when he started. So I wish him all the best, but he's been playing with injuries for quite a long time. So, rushing the lad back from injury isn't helping anything. Just, play the lad. And, can you imagine Saka and Kieran Tierney in the future together, down that left-hand side? That's going to be very exciting in the future.
That is an exciting prospect.
There are things I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that, in midfield before we brought on Torreira and Guendouzi were a bit sloppy, giving the ball away. Xhaka was getting pressed, so was Ceballos. And those are the things, things I don't like. However, we're a team of progress. Remember, we're not the finished article. We're probably not going to be the finished article for another couple of seasons. So you have to ride with it and just take the results. It's saying that I ain't going to blame Leno for the second goal for the simple reason is that there was mistakes in before that. The fact that dare I say it, Aubameyang should never let that be a corner in the first place. He was in control of the situation. Should have just booted it out for a throw-in. Should have let the corner. So for a time when the corner goes in, we had three chances to clear that, and then we rely on our goalie to get us out of trouble again. You can't keep on doing that. Yeah, he wasn't brave enough, but at the end of the day, he made a fantastic saves in the second half.
He's when you think about how much he cost.
Yeah, but
he's a snip, isn't he?
Robbie, he's not out of the woods. One of the reasons why he does make these last 6 saves is because he doesn't command his area enough. And that's one thing he needs to learn to do. You look at Ederson and you look at Alisson Becker. They don't have to make those spectacular saves because their positioning is fantastic. They command their area. Sometimes when goalies are making these saves, fantastic, it's good to look at. But if you're commanding your area and you have this relationship with your defence, you don't have to make these last 6 saves. You look at the situation like Calvert-Lewin, the way he was able to get in and have that shot. If Leno was braver enough and came for the ball, he wouldn't have to make that save. Just a little criticism, like I said, praise it when it praise it. But you have to look at these little things that I don't like. You know what I mean?
Top 4, top 5. Is it any possibility?
Robbie, how many times I've got to tell you? The next game is Olympiacos in the cup, and then it's Portsmouth. The league.
Top 4, top 5, any possibility? Stop dodging it.
One game at a time, Robbie. One game at a time.
And then one game at a time down to the end of the season. Look, top 4, top 5, any possibility?
Let me tell you something now, right? You can't shop in Harrods yet. Let's just take one game at a time. Let's remember where we were a few weeks ago. And like I said, if it happens, it happens. But let's just think about the game and the opponents we have left. Don't look too far ahead when we've got some really big games before that. So, no, Robbie, I'm sitting on the fence.
Why are you always so sensible, man? I mean, I want to get a top 4, top 5.
Robbie, I've been doing this coming here for nearly 40 years. I've seen bad times with Terry Neal when we were just a cup side. I've seen Don Howe finishing 7th every season, and I saw George Graham years, and then afterwards when Blackburn had all their money and Man United started playing good football, we went downhill, we started playing boring football. I've seen the Wenger years, fantastic, and then what happened there in the last 10 years. So I think the trouble is, right, I need to probably lighten up a bit, but at the end of the day, man, I rather enjoy a nice victory when we play the right way. Just my personal preference.